Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. This is a match preview for Sunderland versus Leeds, Tuesday night at the Stadium Light. In this video we're going to be talking about the Prichard dilemma, Dodds' tinkering, Madge's fell, giveaway news and more. But everybody, before we get on with the rest of the video, do us a favour, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. If you missed our vlog, it'll be up here somewhere. Go and give it a watch, tell us what you think in the comments below. Right, now we're obviously going to be talking straight away about the West Brom game. And Dodds came in, first game in charge. Well, it didn't have a best of spells last time. We lost 2 games basically. But in fairness to Dodds, he did say that he didn't have enough time with the squad. This time he says he trusts in his abilities as a coach, and also he thinks he's got a good trust and understanding with the players. And it was just clear to say that they didn't down tools after the sacking of Mowbray, and the heads weren't down, they weren't depressed about it. They just got on with the job as professional footballers, and they done really well. Like I say, Dodds' tinkering really did work. If you watched me match preview or the videos previously, what I did say I would like to see Job gone up top. I wouldn't mind seeing it. He's the only player to score in the striker role in the full squad, so he went with that. He went with Job up top, and it was mint and clear to see with Job. Probably would excel in that position. Obviously, he got a goal, and it was a normal goal. It was the linesman must have been, looking somewhere else when he's saying that. Roberts wasn't interfering with play, and it was a fair goal. Like you say, the officials. If you watch me match vlog, me and Stephen were both in agreement, and I think the full stadium was, and I think the West Brom supporters were, because there was a few things what they missed. Another thing what they missed, Prichard's foul. Seen Prichard come in, leant in with the elbow and put it in his face, and the ref didn't do a thing about it. Now that was terrible. That was a red card in my eyes. He leant in with the elbow. Another thing, Madge's foul. Now let's get on to this. Big Dan Ballard, who was my man of the match. He was absolutely solid all game. Took his set piece really well, the goal. Now he went through the back of Prichard. I've seen angles what it could have been a red card, and I've seen angles what the ref got the right decision. Nonetheless, he absolutely snapped Madge in half. So in the first 10 minutes, Ekwa made some vital clearances. I know he hasn't been the same player since he come back from injury, but I think he is getting there. The more minutes he's getting back to the old Ekwa. But he didn't have one of his best performances, but early doors he was clearing the lines for Sunderland. And another thing with Dodds coming back in, he gave obviously clear instructions to the fullbacks to go up and support the wingers. And it was a joy just to see them doing that and not cutting inside. And they were linking up together. Like on the 57th minute, Clark had a really good opportunity. Roberts picked the ball up. He gave it to Adil, Elshish, and they played a little 1-2 with, I think it was Huggins. And then Roberts put Adil in. He took a shot, come off the post, dropped to Clark. Clark really should have squared it back to Roberts, because he bombed on and got into the box, and we probably would have scored from that. But nonetheless, he took the shot, and the keeper made a good fingertip save. And like I say, another thing Dodds done, he give instructions, like I say, for the wingers to get balls in the box, and that was clear to say, because on the 65th minute, absolute, really good, dangerous ball in the box, really inviting for someone to get on the end of, and it dropped to Clark. And I think Clark, he hits the shot and it just goes wide. But that's what I'm trying to say, like, put balls in the box and you will cause defence and goalkeepers problems, especially if we've got plenty of bodies in and around the box. Then on 84 minutes, Prichard, this is what I'm talking about, experience, what we need, is awareness. When the defender slipped, he pounced on that ball, he picks it up, and then he had even better awareness to hit it on the outside of the foot into the path of Dan Neil, who was unmarked, charging through on box. And then Dan Neil, he showed so much composure to sit the keeper down and then just lift it over him. Oh, it was outstanding. Absolutely brilliant. That's the thing with Prichard. A lot of fans are saying he's better when he comes off the bench. And I do agree, he is really good when he comes off the bench, and he is a good impact player. But his performances of recent, Millwall, he changed the game, and West Brom, he changed the game. So that does warrant a start, in my opinion. You can see what he brings to the team. Like, he does cause the back line a lot of problems. Look at the goal he got. He does press. He's the one, I've said it in numerous videos, he starts the press off. He gets the Sunderland team moving forward, trying to win that ball, and he caused the defence to make a mistake, and he pounced on it. So you've got to reward that. I think he's got a different fire in his belly since being benched and left on the bench for so long. It's a different Prichard was saying. I think he's right up for it. He's got a point to prove. Like, you cannot leave me out. This is what I bring to this team, and he did do that, and he done it against Millwall. So for me, you've got to reward that with a start against Leeds. But to be honest, Elshish, I think he's outstanding as well. He's raw, he's direct, and that's what the team done. That's another change by Dodds. He's telling them to be more direct, get at them, didn't make this sideways passing, and just get forward. And that brings us on to Dan Neil. Now, Dan Neil, I thought, had one of his best performances for quite a while in a Sunderland shirt. He was so composed on the ball. He was picking out the right passes. And I found this tweet, and this man brought up some stats on Twitter. I'll pop it up here. He obviously scored a goal. He completed 53 out of 57 passes, 93%, which is brilliant. Created one chance, had 75 touches, 2 touches in the opposition box, 4 passes into the final third, only dispossessed the once, 2 blocks, 2 interceptions, 1 clearance, and didn't commit a foul once. He's passing. It's becoming more progressive. Instead of this crab-like passing what we've been seeing in recent games, obviously Dodds has given him instruction, make that forward pass, get forward, get into the box more, and there he was on the counter, bursting forward for Prichard to lay him off and then him to do the rest. He still had a lot of work to do when he was bearing down on goal. The keeper made himself big, got out of the box, and he just bided his time, put the keeper down, lifted him out. Absolutely outstanding by Dan Neil, and I think we are going to see the best out of him now. So before we get on to talking about Leeds, the giveaway. Now, if you comment on this video, the correct score, you're going in the hat. Same with the Bristol City game. And then at the end of the Bristol City game, we'll do the draw, get the names in that, we'll do the draw, and whoever wins the shirt, there you go, you've won it. People who try and do it after the game, you know, it tells us the time when you post it, you know, so I'll just delete the comment, or you'll just not get in the hat. So Leeds, they're in really good form. They're currently 3rd in the league on 41 points, scored 36 goals, only conceded 20. In the last 10 games, they've won 8, drew 1, and only lost 1. Since Daniel Faulkner took out there, listen, they started off slow, they did. They drew with Cardiff, they lost to Birmingham, they did beat Ipswich, but they lost to Salford in the Cup. But I'm telling you what, since then, they've only lost 3 games all season. They've only lost 3 games all season. That's just absolutely unbelievable. And they're in really good form. They're scoring goals for fun. I'm going to talk about a few players who we're going to have to keep an eye out. But I didn't like digging that because I did predict the threats. Right, so the threats, Somerville, he's got 9 goals, 6 assists, which is absolutely unbelievable. Obviously, you've got Joel Pyro, they got him from Swansea. He's chipped in with 8 goals. Daniel James, ex-Man United lad, he's got 7 goals. And then you've got Rutter, the striker, who's got 4 goals, but he's got, I think, 8 assists or 6 assists, something like that, which is unbelievable, really. Now, the form table for Leeds, the 3rd in the league at home, 4th for away. But these are the form team in the league at the minute, the top of the league for form. And it's going to be a very hard game. We've got no question about that. We are 6th, them are 3rd. But obviously want to keep our place in the top 6, so we're going to have to get something out of Tuesday night's game. We're not stupid, we're not. Leeds are a really good team. We all said they're going to be there and thereabouts come the back end of the season. I predicted them to get 2nd in the league. So we're not stupid, we know that it is going to be a very tough game. But like I say, we've freshened things up. Got a new man on the door on the touchline for now. We're just waiting for a new manager to be announced. But the lads are going back to the basics. They're playing the way we should have been playing for the past 8 games or so. So we will bring them a good game, I think. But look, listen, Leeds are an attacking team. They've got some really good individual players. They've got players with pace. And I think they're going to come to the stadium and they're going to give us a game. And that I've said this numerous of times. Teams who do that, it falls into our hands. Just look at Southampton. We did beat them 5-0. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to be beating Leeds 5-0 or anything like that. But what I do think is that does suit Sunderland. It does suit our style of football. We're a possession-based team, and we do like teams who try to open us up because we can get in behind. And I think it will be a really good game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. But if we can get 3 points here, then that'll give us a lot of confidence going away to Bristol City on Saturday. And so with all that being said, I've gone for a Sunderland 3-2 win. I think we're going to win. I'm obviously going to back myself. I'm a bit biased, and I think we will win. I've gone for the 3-2 win. But quickly, my line-up, I've gone for exactly the same other than Prichard starts. I'm not saying O'Shea's done it wrong. I love what Prichard brings to the team. I really do. And if he does tire after 60 minutes, then we can obviously replace him with O'Shea. Fresh legs. He's got plenty of pace. He is direct as well, and he will cause problems for the opposition. So for me, Prichard comes in. Bellingham stays in the striker position because he did score a legitimate goal, which was disallowed. And, you know, he's the only person who's scored from that position. So that's it, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. We'll see you in our match vlog. Stephen might be doing a preview tomorrow and all. All depends on graft for him. See you in the next video, everyone.